Hello YouTube, welcome back to another great YouTube video. It's our boy Josh FX. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscription button. Today I'm going to I'm going to make a very important video, guys. So I hope you guys pay a lot of attention to this particular video because I'm going to share my experience with you because that's the main reason of why I created this channel to create every experience that I get with the markets, and so that you can at least learn from my mistakes and everything. So I'm going to start with directly. The main topic of today is the real reason why I had a break-even month in March of 2026. Now, to most of you guys, you know that to most of the traders out there, to 90% of the traders out there, if you traded the market conditions of March 2026 March, then you automatically know that according to how everybody seems to be, that March had the most terrible market conditions in the whole of Q1. Now, with this kind of results that I'm going to post right here, these are my trading results of March right there. As you can see, I had a profit of like 171. That's basically a break-even month to me. That's basically a big break-even month. Even if you can see my win rate right there, you will see that it's 50%, and my win rate should never be at 50%. That's why I categorize this as a break-even month. Although I ended the month in profit with a $171 in profit, but it was still a break-even month because that's not how I usually perform. So it is according to me that, and according to me now, right now, March was the most poorest month I've ever performed. Now I'm going to explain it how and why, because most of you are going to wonder why. You just had a break-even month. Why are you saying that March was the most poorest? It was the most poorest I've ever performed because of so many reasons I'm going to give you. Now with this kind of results here, and with whatever market conditions that March had, most traders will tell you to believe that you had performed very well, that you are much better than most than 90% of the traders. That was the analogy behind what most of the traders were saying. Basically, whatever they're saying, that if you had be able to survive on March with this kind of market conditions, then you are a better trader. I'm not saying that I wasn't a better trader, but I was. Uh, what was I doing? I was basically like gauging my statistics with what other people were saying. So why am I saying that this kind of results are very bad, and why did I categorize March, which was a break-even month, a bad month to me? And not because the market conditions were bad. It's because for the past 4 weeks, I realized that last week on Friday on April. I guess it was which date was it? It was on I guess 10th April on Friday. That's when I realized that for the past 4 weeks, the whole of March, that is indeed, I had been breaking one of the most key. I basically was breaking one of the rules, my rules, one of my trading rules, one of my trading habits rules for the past 4 weeks straight. Now, I'm also going to post a screenshot of me right immediately after March ended. Immediately after March ended, I remember I posted this screenshot on my socials, mainly on Instagram and WhatsApp. I clearly said that March. Let me just quote whatever I wrote there. So this is going to paraphrase everything that you guys I want you to learn and learn from my mistakes and everything. So where is it? A little bit, guys. So this is what I wrote. I'm going to paste it right there. March had the worst trading conditions in the whole of Q1, mainly due to the geopolitical tension between Iran and US and the unnecessary tweeting of Trump's. Basically that's what Trump was doing. And we had the geopolitical tension between Iran and US. But these conditions just expose the disciplined traders who learn the skill the right way and the professional ways who gamble their way. Look at your monthly trading results. They're a direct reflection of who you are. That's very perfect and okay. And if you manage to survive in these conditions, kudos. And if you didn't survive, go learn the skill the right way. Whatever I wrote there is 100% okay. What what is not 100% okay is me being quick and so fast to already judge that whatever my trading results reflected was mainly due to the geopolitical tension between Iran and US. So I quickly shifted, or my mindset quickly shifted to putting blames on outside sources. You see, I was already escaping responsibility, and that's one of the biggest mistakes traders out here make. Remember, and this is one of the most important things you guys I want you to learn. Like after on Friday realizing that I had been breaking one of my rules on my trading habits goals for the past 4 weeks, and I couldn't even realize it. That it was not even the geopolitical tension, it was not even because of Trump that I had experienced a break-even month. It was because of me. I was the one that had been breaking this rule. This particular rule, I'm going to place it also here. You're going to see it. For 4 weeks, I'm going to post it each and every single week right there. You're going to see it. For 4 weeks straight, and I couldn't notice. I'd been breaking this rule continuously for four straight weeks. And the end of the week, I know at the end of the month, I just concluded, oh, you had a break-even month. You performed well. You performed well. Ah, it's because of the geopolitical tension. It's because of Iran and US, or it's because of the unnecessary tweeting Trump has been making. But forgetting that there's a small percentage of traders that actually made a good month out of March. You see? So I came to realize that why was I looking for outside sources instead of reflecting or looking direct into me? And that's one of the most awareness that I encountered during Friday. I was looking for outside sources to blame for why I had a break even month. Actually, I was feeling good because of whatever I had been feeding on from social media, maybe from Twitter, from Instagram, seeing so many traders complain, so many traders blowing their funded accounts, so many traders claiming that they had the most terrible months. Then now I came to realize that why am I using to blame outside sources for my own trading performance? Why am I using outside sources? Why am I checking on what other traders are saying to also to me so that me also I can be in that cocoon? Why am I doing that? Because my results are entirely dependent into to me, and a direct reflection of who I am as a person. Now I was already using other trader statistics. I was already using other traders, the way they are blaming Trump, they are blaming the wars, and they're blaming everything, but they're not taking actual responsibility. So I kind of absorbed all of those things. You see, that's why. By the end of the month, when I saw that I had a break-even month, I said, "Oh, actually, I performed good. It's because of the war. It is not actually for the war. I didn't even go back to check on my data, my statistical data, my trading data to see where the problem is. My mind already shifted into it's because of the war. You performed very well. You see, so not knowing that for the past 4 weeks I had been breaking one of my rules and I couldn't even notice. You see, so it's what you want to guys to learn. It's very important. Is do not blame outside sources for your own trading results. Your trading results reflect who you are. Doesn't care whether there's going to be wars or there is going to be unnecessary tweets by Trump. Doesn't even care. We are trading results will reflect who you are, because us as traders, we are using different strategies. When I'm experiencing bad market conditions, does not mean that you, my viewer, you are going to experience the same market condition. So someone else reality does not have to be my own reality. Just because someone else has blown countless accounts during on March does not mean that I also am supposed to break. I'm supposed to blow so many accounts on March just because someone else is saying that March we have terrible market conditions does not mean that also me I have to experience bad market conditions, because you are different people. You are taking different strategies. I'm a different person. My discipline is different. You see, so that's the kind of mental shift that I managed to go through on Friday when I realized what the fuck have I been doing for the past 4 weeks. Like actually, I'm so much better, and I'm so much grateful for the market not to have punished me, because clearly I was breaking one of my rules and it was going unnoticed for 4 fucking weeks. You see, so I was on the better side, and it's like luck was on my side, because I ended the month to break even. Although other traders they'll say that it was a bad performing month. Yeah, it could be a bad performing month, but did I follow whatever my data was supposed to is supposed to be done? You see, that's what it is. So the other reason why did I break this my rule and it went unnoticed for 4 weeks? Or how was it that for 4 weeks I was unable to notice that, hey Joshua, you are breaking one of your rules. Why don't you change this rule? Why don't you reflect on this and see yourself whether you're coming to become better? So for me, and for let me just give you the source. This is the source. For once to become a profitable trader, you come to realize that you should not intend to focus on the outcome. It is always the process. It's always the process that will automatically bring out the outcome. You see, so your entirely focus should be always be on the process. And what is the process? The process is your trading habits, goals, or that's what your trading data is, or your trading rules. I'm telling you that, but that's my source. That's my secret. When I do certain things in a right way, I automatically know that the outcome is going to take care of itself. But on March, I made another mistake is I went and focused on the results. I will post the results right here. I focused on the money. I focused on what my PNL was looking, and PNL is the outcome. PNL is the outcome. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to go and check my trading habit goals. How have I been performing each and every single week for the past 4 weeks? For that March, that is what is supposed to have guided me. You see, not what my PNL looks like. It doesn't matter because the PNL is usually a direct reflection of your process. If your process was disciplined and everything you did, then your PNL is going to look good. You see, so I already had a problem. My mental shift had already started focusing on the PNL, on the monthly PNL, which is very, very wrong. You see, you can have a very good PNL, but your habits and the processes that get you there are very worse. Until you never get so far, the market will eventually get caught up to you. You see, so how was I unable to notice that I am breaking one of my rules? It's because once I broke the rule the first time, my brain tends to usually save energy and save time. Once it realized that I was not punished for that mistake that I once did, the brain went into a mode, you see, oh, so this is actually easy. Why should I do this? So you can just basically do this and nothing will happen. And I didn't notice. And it actually goes into unnotice mode. You see, so it only started by breaking one or involving or introducing one bad behavior into my trading system by me breaking that rule for that one single day. And just because I was not punished by the market, nothing happened. There was nothing to for me to sit down and ask myself, why is this happening? The brain now shifted to this is easier, this is saves time, because the main issue, whatever happened, because I wasn't using new week, new analysis, because according to my strategy, according to my system, is every week I must come up with a new analysis. The last week analysis, I'm not supposed to use it on a brand new week, but I eventually found myself using the same last week analysis on a brand new week. Like I'm using this week analysis on next week's analysis, which is very, 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 very going against my rule. So how didn't I? Because the one time I did it, my brain said, "Oh, actually, you're not you are never punished for this mistake. Oh, actually, you can save time from this. So this is easier." So instead of me now entering the markets on Monday with a clean state of mind and saying, "Let me now analyze now," just use whatever happened last week because the market has not even moved. You see, so that's what was happening. So the first time, that's how bad habits usually creep into your trading system or your trading process or your trading data. So that's why I was unable to see it for past 4 weeks until on Friday right now. Then I was staring at the charts and I realized that I'd broken one of my rules concerning a new big impulse move or a new big impulse move. Then I realized, what the fuck have I been doing? Now my awareness came back right now, and I just had to go back now. And when I checked on my trading data, I realized that for the past 4 weeks I've been breaking the same rule over and over and over. The first thought is most of you will tend to be frustrated to realize, what the fuck did I do? Did I just waste 4 weeks? You see, waste 4 weeks. If I could have done this, whatever I'm supposed to do, then maybe I could be in a different position, or I could have done better things or good things. You see, but that's not the entirely focus. If you tend to shift your mindset to that, you will just have, you'll make yourself to, to, to be angry at yourself, to be unsatisfied, to carry anger, necessary anger, and all those things which are so negative. You have to look on the positive side of it. It didn't happen. What it did is my mind entered into an autopilot mode. You see, it recognizes this behavior as it's easier, it can save time, it doesn't have to do the right way, just do this because it's easy and it saves time. You see, so I lacked awareness and my brain went entered into an autopilot mode. Now most of you won't learn from this, and most of you will crash out, you see. But I didn't crash out because I knew the moment you crash out is the more you fuck up. So you have to take responsibility of that. Next, you have to take a responsibility of that. You have to learn and identify the mistake that you did. Lessons from there. What are the lessons we got from there? The lessons I got from there is very simple. Stop blaming outside sources and focus on the data. Second is stop listening to other traders. Whatever the traders are experiencing does not have to reflect me who I am. Another one is I stop monitoring my PNL, my monthly PNL, especially my monthly PNL, because it's the process that affects my PNL. So I should entirely focus on my PNL instead of my monthly PNL, how it looks. And so after I realized all of those things, I realized that I felt bad. I won't deny it. I felt bad because it could have been there could have been that possibility of March being the best month ever also, because if I did whatever I was supposed to do, because that small mistake actually ruined my edge, you see, and that's why I ended up having a break even month. You see, so your brain, you can never be aware when your brain goes into autopilot mode. So you have, so what this case scenario taught me is you have to put in measures that will enable you to identify, are you operating in an autopilot mode, or are you reacting the right way, you see. So actually, it's a blessing in disguise because I have managed to at least grown into a different trader, or a different version of trader than I was. You see, I've known that right now that my brain can actually enter in an autopilot mode. I can basically start doing a mistake, and that mistakes enters becomes familiar, becomes easier, and my brain enters into an autopilot mode, and I end up doing that mistake. But right now, I'm fully aware. I've learned from it. I've developed countermeasures from it, so that the next time it's going to happen, I'll be much more aware. I'll be much more aware, and I'll be able to react fast, and I'll be able to change it fast. Instead of 4 weeks right now, maybe I can do it within 2 days or 3 days, so that I can save myself in the long run. So that's what these things usually happen. There's never obstacles in the journey. It's only lessons, and for us to become better. You see. So if you can take anything right here, is the only thing that is going to make you profitable is the process and not the outcome. The moment you find yourself focusing on your PNL, or how your monthly PNL is looking at instead of your trading habits goals, or instead of the process, instead of your rules, then you are basically on the losing end. You see, you have to have data, trading data that reflects your habits, that that you can that you can see yourself. Are you doing whatever the rating? Are you doing the process the right way? You see, that is your trading data, not your PNL, not how much money you've made this month. Never, because that is the outcome. Having the data is what makes you profitable. Following your process is what is going to make you profitable. You just have to do whatever the things you're supposed to do. The outcome is going to take care of itself. But most traders focus on blaming outside sources, listening to other traders, and what other thing is they focus on the PNL rather than focusing on their trading habits goals, or on their trading data. You see, another reason is trading reflects who you are as a person, and I always tell you this. Now, the reason why, now after I realized that on Friday that I've been breaking my rule for the past 4 weeks, I came to realize that if trading reflects me who I am as a person, that means that my behaviors, or I've started to having some flaws in my trading routine. You see, because if trading reflects who I am, if I have a bad life, then it's going to reflect on my results. You see, So when I went back now to check on my routine, I realized that I had for the past 4 weeks, the same case. I'd also entered into autopilot mode. I used to wake up at my own time instead of following my routine, do things differently. You see, starting postponing things, doing things the next day instead of doing things there. So all of these bad habits accumulated and then reflected. That's why trading is always a mirror. So if your results are a direct reflection of how your life looks like. So I went back now. I decided now to fix things because whatever happened on the outside also reflected. I also broke the same rule, another rule on my trading habits goals, which also affected my results. Also on my real life situation, I also entered an autopilot mode. I wasn't following my routine. You see, waking up at a different time from what my routine says. You see, postponing things up to the next day. You see, so all of these bad habits reflected also on my trading results. So trading will automatically reflect who you are as a person. If you are in discipline in the outside environment, you are also going to be in discipline, and your trading results are going to show that. So my viewers, and I want to learn from this is that focus on the process and know that your brain can also get into an autopilot mode. So it's up to you now to find mechanisms and measures for you to prevent that from happening, not to prevent that, but to be cautious awareness. And I remember I didn't waste 4 weeks. I actually paid time. I paid what I need. I paid awareness with time. I paid for me to learn awareness with time. Right now, I'm a different version to that trader that I was 4 weeks ago because right now I'm much more aware. You see, so that's usually every obstacle is usually a growth. It's how you perceive it and how you view it. You see, so right now, even if somebody else can be experiencing, can say that you are experiencing bad market conditions, so it's because of the war. What will I go back? I will go back to my trading habits goals because my trading habits goals is the one going to tell me whether I'm experiencing good market conditions or bad market conditions. If in my trading habits goals I'm producing 100% each and every single week, this week one, I produced 100% of my trading habits goals. Week two, I produced 100% of my trading habits goals. Week three, I produced 100%. Week three, four, I produced 100%. Then, even if my PNL now looks negative, then my habits goals looks 100%. Then I could, and then now I'm allowed to comment or to say that I'm experiencing bad market conditions. But I cannot be experiencing bad market conditions when my process or my trading habits goals, I'm performing poorly on that. I cannot be performing 70, 80, 80, 70, 80, 80 and expecting that I will have a different outcome. No, it's the process that usually takes care of the outcome. So your trading habits goals or your trading data, it's very, very important. Most people or most traders don't usually have trading data. Trading data usually monitors your behaviors, everything that you usually have a weakness about in the trading space. You see. So right now, even if I can go like 4 losses in a row, I won't be quick to say that I'm experiencing bad market conditions. I'll go back to my trading habits goals. Did I do whatever I was supposed to do? Yes, I did whatever I was supposed to do. What is my data saying? I followed all my rules. I've broken all. Then now I can completely say that right now that I'm experiencing bad market condition. But if my trading habits goals or my trading data shows or indicates to me that I am performing poorly on them, then this is not bad market condition. That's basically what happened on March. On March, I'd been breaking my rules for 4 weeks straight. That is, my trading data had been performing poorly. So I cannot be automatically start blaming on Trump or blaming it on the war of between US and Iran, and it's because I was performing poorly on my trading habits goals. You see, if I could have performed 100%, 100%, 100% on my trading habits goals, then I could have been allowed, or could have allowed myself now to say that the market conditions are terrible. You see, so whatever another trader's reality does not have to be your own reality. So focus on the right things, focus on the process, guys, focus on the process. This is what will enable you to have whatever you want. But the moment to break the process, and that's where the problem is. You see? And I know most of you don't even know what a trading data is or what these trading habits goals are. This is actually the process of it all. This is what guides me to know that am I doing the right things the right way? Am I performing in the right state of mind? Am I following my rules? You see, these are the things that are all that are within my control, because that most of the things are usually not out of there are so many things that are usually out of our control as traders, but those things which are within your control, like when I check on my trading data, like if I have 100, I know that week it's going to be a profitable month. Like high chances of it, like 95% or 98%, I automatically know that that's going to be a profitable month. You see, but also I learned that whenever my results drop, like to break even or to draw down, I have to check on what I have to audit myself instead of blaming outside sources. So before you start blaming on Trump of the unnecessary tweeting of Trump, you start blaming because of the war in US and Iran. Have you checked yourself first? Have you monitored whatever is happening inside you? Have you checked your life? Have you checked your routine? Are you doing things the right way? Before you start blaming outside sources, how many fingers are pointing back to you? So it's all about that. So guys, focus on the right things. You see? And I'm really grateful the market didn't punish me the hard way for breaking my rules. And I ended up into having a break-even month. You see? So it's actually blessings, and it's actually also luck. I'm so grateful and thankful for that, to God and to the universe. But right now I'm like I've just I'm much more aware on how to be able to notice when my brain's is trying to go into autopilot mode. I've learned from me that I've developed countermeasures. You see, because that's what we call growth. Growth is all about making mistakes, learning from it, finding solutions to that. That's how we improve and that's how we become better. Because this is just obstacle A. There's always so many obstacles are going to come. You see? So that's how life is. You grow stage by stage by stage by stage. So before you start blaming outside sources, before you start blaming because why is your before anytime you have a negative drawdown PNL, you are the reason. Check on your trading habits, called check on your trading data. What does it say? Check on your lifestyle, check on your routine. What does it say? You tend to find out that these things correlate. That's like the example the way I told you guys. They just reflected who I was. So guys, if you found this video to be very educative, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's your boy Josh FX. Do not forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe, and let's push this channel and let's reach 500 subscribers. That's my first target, 500 subscribers, guys. Subscribe because this video has been very, very, very helpful, guys. Focus on the process and not the outcome. Anytime you find yourself flexing that PNL, there's something wrong with you. Find joy in flexing your process than the PNL, because the PNL usually comes from the process. See? Focus on the right things. It's been your joy. It's been a boy, Josh FX. See you in another great video.